Yeah, Hollywood, Tennessee, Hollywood AC. It's the show, man. Watch it. It's Hollywood in the big M town. How AC do it, man, 10 toes down. The show is on, so watch me now. Sit back and relax and turn up the dial. It's Hollywood in the big M town. How AC do it, man, 10 toes down. The show is on, so watch me now. Sit back and relax and turn up the dial.
AC show. Today's guest is Jasira. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm just fine. I'm glad you came out today to be on the show.
Thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Okay. And you have also with you
the Chinese Connection Dub Embassy.
Okay. On lead?
David Higgins. Remember David Higgins?
On drums.
Diamond. Hey.
On bass?
Omar Higgins.
Keyboard.
Joseph Higgins.
Now, I appreciate y'all coming to the Hollywood AC show. Of course, I'm going to have to get you guys to come out and actually be on the show. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to hold you guys to that. Mr. Jasira, how you doing?
I'm blacktastic. How are you?
All right. Thanks for coming out to the show.
I appreciate you having me.
First of all, who is Jasira? Tell all the viewers.
Who am I?
Yes.
Well, my complete name is Jasira Sirwa Lila Monsho, which means bold, courageous woman for Blacks. So
Wow.
I think that pretty much describes who I am. I'm a mother. I'm a
Yes.
community activist. I'm an artist. I'm an actress. I'm everything. But everything that I do is in the interest of my people, Black people. So that's
Okay.
my purpose.
Okay. So where you from?
I'm originally from this little itty bitty small town in Mississippi
Okay.
called Aberdeen,
Wow.
which has, I
Never
think,
heard
a
of
couple of stoplights now.
Wow.
It's between
heard of that.
Tupelo and Columbus, Mississippi.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you blink, you might miss it. But other than that, I mean, it was a
Right.
cool city to grow up in, so I'm not going to knock it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So your music style, what do you call it?
Well, my particular brand of music is called AIM, AIM, which is African Insurrection Music. So in terms of the genres, it depends. You know, if you listen to my CD, you'll hear spoken word.
Right.
You'll hear reggae. You'll hear a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of MCing, just a little
Just a
bit.
mixture.
Yeah. So, but overall, that's what's classified as is AIM music.
Okay. So how long you been doing your music and so many other gigs? How long have you been this active?
Well, I've been doing poetry for a while. I mean, since like going back to high school. And actually, it was when I moved here, I was kind of like playing around. I moved here and met a few people at Nappy by Nature, the owners of Nappy by Nature, and also Brothers Keeper. And one day I was riding around with them and we were playing around. They cut the music down real quick and caught me singing. And they were like, oh, you can sing. So I started singing background in a reggae band. And it just went from there. But the minute I got here, though, I moved here like on a Saturday. That following Friday, I met that group of people. And then that Sunday, went out with them and started feeding the homeless and haven't stopped since.
Wow. Okay. So it's something that you do often. Is it through a group that you work with?
Yeah, our group is called Concerned Citizens of Memphis.
Okay.
We're a nonprofit organization, and we feed the homeless every 2 weeks at the corner of Poplar and High across from the Mission.
Wow. Okay. You're a busy person.
Yeah, I try to keep busy. Yeah, I try to do a little something.
Okay. So tell me this, do you have your own label or you?
No, I'm just doing my thing independently.
Okay. And you spoke to me, you know, off camera about several videos.
Right.
Is one that you want us to play today?
Right. I want you guys to play my latest video, which is Freedom. That's the song that's on my CD. It's a play off of the word freedom and implies to free your dome, free your mind.
Wow.
Right.
Free your dome. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it was shot by HWP Media. Brother Ari Hotep is behind that video. And let's go to it.
All right. We'll be back.
You tried to hide me from myself. You didn't want me to know my own well. Oh, you tried to make me feel inferior. But now the light shines, revealing your light, and I see myself through brand new eyes. How long do you think you can write us out of history? How long do you think you can call us a minority? What you have and do ain't new. My ancestors paved the way. We existed well before you came dwelling days. All I had to do was look, and then I found the truth. In the truth I found me, and in me I got free. Oh, try for so long, now I got my freedom. Being 3/5 a human being. Lessons in school always about Europeans and never me. What does that leave? A young queen with no identity. Train to wait until she dies to get that prize in the sky. Hallucinating, not debating, never thought to ask why. Until some scholars gave her knowledge that would change her life. Knowledge herself gave her breath and she became alive. Now freeing you like I freed me is how we gonna survive. That's freedom. I recognize that my enemy uses hate to disguise that he wants to be me. Black people know thyself, trace your history. Before slavery, we were kings and queens, so claim superiority. It's time to wake up and no longer be blind. It's time to break the chains they placed upon our minds. By controlling our minds, they don't worry about what we do. 'Cause controlling our minds means they control our actions too. Refuse to be a victim of their mental attacks. Take your power back today and you'll be on your way to freedom. I've been trying so very long, but now I'm free. Now I'm free. You can't control me. Oh no. See, you tried to hide me from me, had me walking around with no identity. But now that I know the truth, I wrote this song just to share with you. So take your power back today. Lose your mind from them chains.
We have to keep hope alive.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We have to keep hope alive.
Should be for man.
Young lady, you're on the phone. You constantly put your hood on. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I ain't got people to teach me what to do. What is this? What is that? I'm telling you what I'm wearing. What are you doing, Jasira? Stop it.
Pray about it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. She can't even spell. She can't even. What is freedom? What is that? Oh my goodness. See, you should fail her.
Now, doing your music, is there a lot of places that you perform or a particular place that you perform that people can catch you, baby?
Well, they can catch me in Memphis at a variety of different places.
Okay.
But in terms of where my music has taken me, of course, Mississippi, throughout Tennessee, Louisiana.
Wow.
Yeah, we've gone to New York a couple of times, also Philly and D.C. But my favorite place, the most exciting place to me that I performed, was when I got to go to Ghana last year.
Wow.
Yeah, they had a political peace rally there, and they were really excited by the trip because there was a lot of us coming over. And unlike what the media portrays, our brothers and sisters over there, they actually want us to come back and visit. They want us to actually come back and live. So when I came and they found out that I was a performer, an artist, they asked me to be on their show. So I got a chance to actually do my first radio interview, like in a real radio station, not the internet radio, which is just as cool, but that was a different experience. And then to perform for the Ghanaians there, it was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I've been a lot of places, but that right there, I think that's always going to be the top of my list.
Enough said. Enough said. Wow. Your song, Daddy's Little Girl. Tell me about that. Daddy's Little Girl. I'm a father, so, you know, when I heard that, I was like, wow. So elaborate on that for me, if you will.
That's a pretty tough song for me. Pretty much every song on my CD is a personal one.
Very
it's about
powerful.
me in some form or fashion. Every song I can relate to. And that particular song, of course, was my therapy. And actually, when I finished my CD, I did it for me. I wasn't expecting it to just go the way that it did. I released it. I didn't have a website or email address or nothing. And I just wasn't expecting the response that I got. But Daddy's Little Girl especially tends to touch people, both male and female, because of the story. I thought that I was the only one that had experienced anything like that. And because my father was not willing to accept what happened or accept his responsibility in what happened and failing to protect me, I had to do something because it was destroying me. It was destroying my relationships. It was destroying my relationship with men. It was destroying my relationships with my children. So I had to do something because I was dying on the inside. I looked fully functional on the outside, but I was really dying on the inside. So this is my story, and it's what happened to me. At 9 years old, I was molested by the adult son of an elder in our congregation. When I was 15, I was raped, and I became pregnant with my first child. So that set me on a path, a self-destructive path, eating disorders, being sexually promiscuous, hyperactive sexually, having a hatred toward Black men, being too protective of my children. And that song was just what I needed to heal. And I found, though, when I did the song, and it was a spoken word piece. So all the other stuff that you hear on the CD was just things that I added when I got a track. Okay. Then as I started performing the piece around, men and women coming up to me after crying about what I shared. And I began to realize that I'm not the only one that's been through this. And then as I started researching that 1 in 5 boys will be molested by the time he's 18, 1 in 3 girls will be molested by the time she's 18. However, 1 in 13 people are born left-handed. So anytime that you have a greater chance of being sexually abused as a child than you do by naturally being born left-handed, that's like a serious issue. It is. And it's something that has to be addressed. And we in the Black community, we don't address things of that nature. We also don't address mental illness. So we have to bring those things to the forefront. And when I started doing a little digging, realizing the statistics, and I wasn't the only one, then that led me down the path to start an organization. Right. And I chose the name Left Foot Forward for the organization because as you begin to study African culture, you'll find statues in Africa of our ancestors that were standing with their left foot forward. Wow. And our ancestors believed that you stood and you walked with your left foot forward first because you stomp out evil that way. Wow. So I think that that's like a necessary evil that has to be stomped out in our community. And that's why I chose the name Left Foot Forward. And the organization, I want to primarily focus on children who've been sexually abused. I want to offer them free counseling, traditional counseling through seeing psychiatrists, but I also want to offer them healing through the arts. So I want to offer modules such as painting or theater or African dance so that they can heal themselves artistically. Wow. And then the other part of the organization will be to focus on children and those families who have not been touched by this dilemma in our community. And that would be through like workshops, educational materials, just going to churches, events, wherever, to let them know what's happening in our community so that their children don't become victims. So to have a preventative aspect to the organization as well. Wow.
Okay. Well put.
Thank you.
And I wish you well on all the journeys that you are traveling and you're going to travel in the future.
I appreciate it. Same to you.
All right. Okay, we're going to go into Daddy's Little Girl.
Okay.
And we're going to see you do this live.
Yes, definitely.
All right. More after this.
Thank you for coming out, watching the Hollywood AC show. I leave you with peace, shoot for the moon, and you're bound to find a star. Before we go, where can they find your music?
They can find my music on my website, which is www.queenjasira.weebly.com. So that's KWEENJASIRA.weebly.com. I'm also on Facebook, Queen Jasira, and I'm also on YouTube as well. So Queen Jasira everywhere.
They have no excuse. Check Jasira out. She's got some great music.
Please do.
Great music.
Jasira, take us out.
With pleasure. To anyone who has been a victim of sexual child abuse, whether you're a male or female.
night as she tries to reassemble her life, putting back the shattered pieces because